This is day 5 of our herping excursion in Uganda. We had an amazing day yesterday photographing snakes, and also the amazing opportunity to find and photograph a huge adult gaboon viper. So we've got 2 days left, and we're focusing on trying to find the elusive rhinoceros viper. Again, just deep in the forest, scanning where there's little patches of sunlight where there might be some snakes basking. Looking around a rural agricultural area, and we found this sweet little Montane side-striped chameleon. Although we had heard this before, we are discovering from experience that herping in Uganda is not the same as herping back home in Florida, where in the warm season you can just go out and cruise backcountry roads and get 20, 30, 40 or more snakes if you're in the right place. But here in Uganda, this is true needle in a haystack herping, and you're not going to get hardly anything just by cruising roads. You've got to get out into the habitat and hike and really look for that needle in a haystack. So that's what we're working hard to do, and hopefully we'll have some more cool stuff to show you guys. I think the reason it's so difficult to herp here is probably actually 2 reasons. First of all, in tropical areas, even though you often have a really high diversity of species, there tends to be a lower density of animals in some way. So you're not going to see 50 water snakes along a stretch of road like you would in Florida in the Everglades. You really have to hunt hard. And then another reason why it may be so difficult is because a lot of the habitat here is disappearing, and these forests that we're looking in are just small, like 5-acre or 10-acre, maybe 15-acre patches of rainforest. And so it's very possible that the number of individual snakes living in these forests is much lower than it used to be when there were larger forests. So it's difficult. We got to work hard, but the reward is big when we find stuff, because there are a lot of cool species here, as we've already seen. So we'll just keep up the hunt and see what we can find. We are starting our night hike for day 5, and we're running out of time, but we still got tonight and tomorrow to search for the rhinoceros viper. So give it our best shot, work as hard as we can, and see if we can find that needle in the haystack. I'm just searching along this huge fallen tree, because oftentimes predators that sit and ambush their prey will come and sit alongside a fallen log like this, because it forms kind of a natural pathway for critters to walk along, and they can sit in ambush right up against it. So I'm just checking it out, seeing what I can see. Kind of cool, all these plants growing right out of the side of the fallen tree. I think we might have just found something. It's sounds like it might be good. Which way, this way?
Yeah.
Where are you guys? I'm trying to find a path. Can you find it?
Let it go.
What is it?
You know, you tell me. I don't know what the hell.
Hang on.
What is this?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a very good question.
I just saw it there, just like you see it, dude. It's definitely venomous. Jeff, you know what this is?
No.
Alright, so Alex just found this really beautiful little colubrid, and we're not exactly sure what it is. I'm thinking maybe a baby Blanding's tree snake, but not entirely sure. So we're waiting, we're gonna have to look at a field guide, but we're gonna treat it as if it's a rear-fanged venomous. It's definitely a colubrid, but we're gonna treat it as dangerous until proven otherwise. But what a cool little snake that is. It is day number 6. This is our last day of herping, and we still have not found a rhinoceros viper. So hopefully we're hiking through some of this dense rainforest. This looks absolutely perfect for rhinoceros vipers, and we're gonna give it all we've got today and tonight and see if we can turn one up. Some tough going in this forest, but hopefully it'll pay off. Look at these nice tree buttress roots. Yeah. Sunshine is in short supply on the forest floor in these dense tropical rainforests. And so one of our guides is telling us that these rhinoceros vipers, even though they're mostly found on the ground, they will sometimes climb up into some of these vines or knocked over trees to get a little bit higher and to get a little bit warmer and more sunlight. So that's where we're looking to. Apparently we are herping in Jurassic Park. Gotta watch out for those velociraptors. So it was rainy last night and it's really overcast today. So our hike in the dense rainforest was unsuccessful. We didn't see any snakes, and so we moved into some more open areas to see if we can find some other species, because it's a little drier and warmer out here, and pretty neat. It's big termite mounds all over the place. And this habitat, the edge of the forest could have gaboon vipers, and this habitat out here could have forest cobras, green mambas, a number of other species, twig snakes, things like that. So keep going. Looks like we're maybe heading into the forest a little bit again. See if we can find an elusive Nasicornis rhinoceros viper. For those of you who don't know what Nasicornis is, it's their Latin name. As soon as you walk into the forest, it feels like it's about 10 degrees colder. So it may be just too cold today for things to come out and bask. Alright guys, so this is our find from last night. We confirmed that it's a Blanding's tree snake. This is a colubrid, but it's a venomous rear-fanged colubrid. And according to the field guide, they have a pretty potent neurotoxic venom actually. So we want to definitely avoid getting bitten by this snake. But right now he's being very defensive, and he's showing his defense strategy by opening his mouth and repeatedly striking. And look at how wide he opens that mouth. Looks very threatening, very much makes his head look bigger. He puffs his body up. It's a very cool. This is a young one. Our guide thinks maybe around a year old, but they can get quite large for a tree snake, maybe 5 to 6 feet long, and quite heavy bodied. A lot of tree snakes tend to be slender so they can climb in the trees, but these are quite a heavy bodied tree snake. So this is just another find that we were so happy to see, and what a beautiful specimen as well. Very cool snake. So we're gonna release this guy back into the forest. Took a few photos already, and keep looking for the rhinoceros viper.